A man took our photo at the resort, then vanished completely. The staff told us no one matching his description worked there. I enjoy traveling, but never alone. On this particular trip, I went to Costa Rica with my friend Julie. We stayed at a beautiful resort, genuinely one of the nicest places I'd ever been. 4 nights booked. The first 3 were close to perfect. It was the 3rd night when things changed. After dinner and a fire show on the beach, the pool area slowly emptied out until it was just the 2 of us. We decided to relax for a while longer in the hot tub nearby. It was tucked behind trees and plants on almost every side, with only a narrow opening to get in and out. A small waterfall inside masked most other sound. We were enjoying the quiet evening when I noticed something through the plants. Someone crouched on the other side, watching us. I shouted and got out immediately. By the time my feet hit the concrete, I saw someone hurrying away, disappearing around a corner. Julie told me to leave it. I didn't listen. I ran after him, turned that same corner, and found nothing. Just an empty, dark trail leading toward our unit. We laughed it off when I came back. But the mood had shifted. We grabbed our towels and headed inside. The path back to our room ran along a stretch of buildings on one side and dense jungle on the other. As we reached our unit, we heard rustling in the jungle. Jungles make noise. Animals, wind, leaves. We both knew that. But this rustling felt different, heavier, more deliberate. Julie wanted to go straight inside. I gave her the key and told her to go ahead while I checked. That's when I heard it, a low, buzzing sound. Not an insect, not an animal, a human throat making a deliberate, low hum. Whatever, or whoever, it was scattered deeper into the jungle the moment I focused on it. I got inside fast and shut the door behind me. Julie hadn't heard the buzzing, only the rustling, but it was enough to make both of us feel like we were being watched, followed. We locked up and went to sleep, telling ourselves a locked door was enough. The next day, we mentioned the encounter to one of the resort workers, mostly as a heads up. We spent a few hours relaxing on the beach. At some point, a man dressed like an employee approached us with a camera, asked us to smile. We did. He took the photo, thanked us, and walked off. We expected him to move on to other guests nearby. He didn't. When we looked again, he was simply gone. One detail stood out to both of us, clear as day. Every other staff member at that resort was Costa Rican. This man was not. That night was peaceful. Dinner, a sunset, a short walk. We had an early flight, so we turned in early and fell asleep quickly. Then I woke up, still dark. Somewhere between midnight and 1:30. Our patio's sliding screen door was open, the way we always left it to hear the waves. I heard a sound, a click, a small electronic beep, a camera shutter. I heard it again. I sat up. There was a silhouette standing just outside the screen. I shouted and watched it turn and bolt into the darkness. Julie woke up. I told her exactly what had happened. We slammed the patio door shut and called the front desk immediately. An employee arrived within 10 minutes. I explained everything, the figure at the hot tub, the buzzing in the jungle, the photographer who vanished, and now this. The employee told me, plainly, that the resort had no staff who walked around photographing guests. That was the confirmation we didn't want. It had been the same person the entire time, watching us for 2 days straight. We asked for a new room and were moved closer to the front of the property. We kept every door locked tight that night. In the morning, before our flight, the front desk pulled up surveillance footage from the last 2 days. There he was, moving around the resort grounds. From everything they could see, all he had done was photograph us. It was deeply unsettling, and we didn't have time to dig further before our flight. They promised that if they identified him, action would follow. I checked back days later. No updates, no resolution, just silence. Julie and I don't keep in touch much anymore, but the memory of that trip stays with both of us the same way. When I look back on it now, what stays with me most isn't the fear itself. It's how easily we almost dismissed the early signs. The figure at the hot tub, the buzzing in the dark. We nearly laughed it all away as nothing. There's wisdom in taking those quiet warnings seriously instead of brushing past them. In staying alert, locking doors out of caution rather than habit, and trusting that the unease we feel is sometimes placed there for a reason. We came home safe. Nothing was taken from us but a few uncomfortable nights, and for that I remain grateful. Not every story like this ends the same way, and that alone is worth remembering.